So we covered the three nationalities, but as we started out with introduction in some of the flags, there is a greater community of Slavs that we would like to address. And the next flag that we want to dedicate is a flag that was again installed back in 1936 when the garden was dedicated. Even though there is music too. I'll just explain it a little bit and then read it in the Slavonic language and in English translation. So, first of all, what are, maybe I'm preaching to the choir because we have a lot of Czechoslovaks who sings here, but we're all part of the Slavonic tribe. The Slavs, thank you, remind me if I drop the microphone. The Slavs stemmed from the steppes of Russia and moved westward, settled in Poland and Slovakia and I should start with Ukraine and Podkarpatská Rus and Slovakia and what's now Czech Republic, also referred to back then as Bohemia. But there was also a southern approach that formed what was for a long time known as Yugoslavia. Yugo means south, Slavia, Slavs. It literally said southern Slavs. The Serbs are represented here, and they were a big portion of that southern movement of Slavs. And the Slavic people were not very recognized in the medieval world. Of course, the Roman Empire was the dominant figure until it collapsed, and the Germanic tribes, the Anglo-Saxon tribes, they were the movers and shakers in Europe, and the Slavonic people were not quite well recognized, in part because they didn't have written language. It wasn't until late 1800s, 1863, when Cyril and Methodius came and introduced and codified the Slavonic language so that it could be written. And then it was used in churches and for documents, etc. But of course, you had to gain your ground. And it was really 1,000 years later, in the 1800s, when there was a strong movement, as was alluded to by my colleagues, to recognize the Slavic peoples and their culture. And this poem, Hey Slovane, was written. I'm going to put my glasses for some notes. So in 1834, Samuel Tomášič, who was Slovak priest. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Wrote this Hey Slováci. Actually, first time when he wrote it was Hey Slováci, then later he changed it to Hey Slovane, which is a broader audience, and it served as the anthem for the pan-Slavic movement, so-called physical education movement. It also was in Yugoslavia, according to the documentation. It is to this day a part of a state union, the national anthem of state union of Serbia and Montenegro. So the legend has it that Samuel Tomášek, Slovak Lutheran pastor, went on a visit to Prague and had made the observation that he entered in his diary. And this observation was, quote, if Mother Prague, the pearl of the Western Slavic world, is to be lost in a foreign sea, what awaits my dear homeland, Slovakia, which looks to Prague for spiritual nourishment? Burdened by the thought, I remembered the old Polish song, Poland has not to perish as long as we live. That familiar melody, there's a Polish title to it, but I'm not going to bother you with that. That familiar melody caused my heart to erupt the defiant, Hey Slováci, ešte naša slovenská reč je. Hey Slováks, our Slovak language will still live, or still lives. I ran to my room, lit with a candle. I wrote down these verses into my diary in pencil. The song was finished in a moment. And as I noted before, soon after he realized that it applies to all the Slavic people, and he changed a few words from to say "Hey Slavs." So the text in Slavonic, I'm going to get a little closer so I can see it. Hey Slovane, Hey Slovane, slovenská reč je, pokud naše verné srdce pro náš národ bije. Žiješ je duch slovanský, bude žít na věky. Hrom a peklo, marně vaše proti nám jsou steky. It's kind of a feisty song, and it roughly translates, Hey Slovane, our Slavonic language still survives as long as our proud heart is beating for it. It lives. The soul, Slavonic soul lives and will live forever. Thunder and hell will not deter, even if you make anger with us. So it's kind of a feisty song, and that's in part why it was installed here many years ago to address all the Slavonic people.